Hi, my name is Jasmine Jones. I am an IT major with a concentration in Homeland Security. I'm currently in my second to last semester before obtaining my master's degree. I will now begin my fall 2024 digital forensics final presentation. Thank you. I have found this course to be very useful for everyday life. The rise in technology has enabled us to communicate in new ways. It's changed the way we go to work, order food at restaurants, drive, and just interact overall. As users, we do not often stop to think about the paper trail that we leave behind when we interact with these devices. Often people think that once they delete something from the device, it is gone forever. But digital forensics continues to prove that this just is not the case. The rise in technology has unfortunately also allowed cybercrimes to become more sophisticated. This makes digital forensics a very relevant topic as it can assist in catching a perpetrator or even prevent a crime from occurring altogether in some cases. During our time together, we will discuss the types of digital forensics, foundations of digital forensics, the software tools that are available today, and we will go over a real-life case study that occurred and digital forensics was used to assist in a conviction. There are several different types or branches of digital forensics. This graphic I found online defines them as IoT forensics, cloud forensics, database forensics, network forensics, mobile forensics, and computer forensics. They are different due to their focus. Some, such as cloud, deal with cloud systems, while IoT, or Internet of Things forensics, focuses on internet devices, as the name suggests. Computer forensics focuses on computers or laptops, and mobile forensics is performed on smartphones. Finally, as you can imagine, database forensics focuses on databases. Although they differ in capabilities and devices that they interact with, they all share a common goal of analyzing and preserving digital evidence. They also have the same foundations at their core, which we will go over in the next slide. The foundation of digital forensics starts with identification. During this stage, investigators come up with potential sources of evidence. These can include computers, cell phones, servers, and the list goes on. The preservation stage is to confirm the data is not messed with during the processing, which ensures accuracy. The third phase, which is analysis, involves interacting with the data to understand how the crime occurred. All steps during this process should be documented to be used in court. Last but not least, presentation is communicating your findings in a setting like an expert testimony for court. The goal of software tools in digital forensics is to simplify large amounts of data. Digital forensics investigators rely on software tools to collect, analyze, and document data. Some of the functions performed by these tools are data acquisition, data analysis, and memory. Software tools help investigators with collecting, analyzing, and documenting evidence. They must be complex in nature to be able to handle and process large amounts of data. Efficiency is also key, as investigators often have to work under time constraints. The primary function of those tools have been listed above, and in the next slide I will list a few popular tools and provide an overview of their functions. In-case forensics is a data acquisition tool that allows investigators to gather data from storage media such as mobile devices. One article I found online claims that In-case finds digital evidence no matter where it hides. Autopsy is a data analysis tool that is open source and enables analyzing for hard drives and smartphones. Finally, Volatility is a memory tool that is also open source and allows investigators to analyze RAM and hidden processes. And this is key because such data often contains clues for digital investigators, states an article I found online upon doing some additional research. United States versus Ulbricht is a real-life case study that used digital forensics to get a conviction. Ulbricht created and ran the Silk Road, which was an online black market hosted on the dark web. The website operated between 2011 and 2013, facilitating illegal transaction using Bitcoin. According to an online article on ice.gov, the site made approximately $13 million. Investigators used network monitoring tools to analyze network traffic. This allowed them to narrow down IP addresses, which identifies each device on a network. In addition to identifying IP addresses, monitoring the network also allowed investigators to find any deficiencies or weaknesses within the network. Wireshark is one of the network's tools previously mentioned that was used by investigators. Ultimately, they were able to locate Ulbricht's servers. Once the servers had been located, they used tools to image or create an exact copy of the Silk Road servers. It is important to mention that preservation was key so that investigators could continue performing analysis. Blockchain analysis tools traced the Bitcoin transactions on the Silk Road website, which was linked to Ulbricht's wallet. Volatility is another tool we discussed previously that was used in this investigation, allowing investigators to recover data that would have been encrypted or even lost if the laptop had been powered off. Ultimately, investigators were able to confiscate the laptop. Forensic evidence was key for prosecuting Ulbricht. Utilizing digital forensic software tools allowed investigators to find Ulbricht's chat logs, private messages, and files that directly connected him to the Silk Road and proved he was the operator. Some of the techniques used by investigators that helped lead to the conviction of Ulbricht include data imaging, Bitcoin analysis, laptop forensics, mobile forensics, and network traffic analysis, just to name a few. There are several others, but these are the ones I found to be the most effective and relevant when doing some additional research. In conclusion, Ulbricht was convicted on multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit money laundering and conspiracy to commit computer hacking, in addition to engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise, which is also known as a kingpin charge, because of the large scale of the crime committed. Ultimately, Ulbricht was sentenced to life without parole. I was finalizing this presentation when I came across a tweet from an official Ross Ulbricht account that stated that October 1st made 12 years since the conviction. Somebody responded that he should be free. I noticed a lot of people seemed to support him when I was doing research for this presentation, so I performed a little data analysis of my own. I did this by gathering tweets to see what the general public feels about the case and the conviction. I have included a few of those tweets here. In summary, there was already a mistrust in users versus privacy or their rights. Many people believed that the punishment did not fit the crime as it was nonviolent. Regardless of the feelings, the digital forensics investigators were able to prove everything that he was convicted of. So from that standpoint, investigators and law enforcement did their job. In conclusion, we've seen that digital forensics tools have become crucial for criminal investigations. Although digital forensic evidence was key for convicting Ross Ulbricht, the Silk Road investigation is just one example of many of how these software tools can be used to assist in investigations. As technology becomes more advanced and sophisticated, so do cybercrimes, making digital forensics tools crucial for up-to-date, relevant investigation. Tools like Encase, Wireshark, and Vitality help investigators with the gathering, preservation, analyzing, and presentation of data. Technology does not show any signs of slowing down in advancement, making it essential for digital forensic tools to continue to advance as well. Investigators must do their due diligence and protecting the data and safety of individuals, but every individual also has the responsibility to interact with systems in a way that is legal, moral, and ethical. Not doing so can and should result in criminal consequences, as we've seen. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I wish you the best for the remaining of the school year and all your future endeavors. If you refer to the next slide, you will find a works cited page that includes any references used. Thank you again. Goodbye.